Good morning, class 10. How are you all doing? Great. I won't take names. I'll just say good morning to all, everybody. Good morning. And I hope you guys are all doing fine and you are in good spirit and studying and enjoying yourself also at the same time. So don't worry, don't take any tension. Everything will fall in place at the right time. You just study, do your work, and keep it ready. That's all. And revise, and you'll be your class 10 is your whole year's work which you have done, and whatever you have learnt is going to reflect in your results. And each and every one of you are going to do well. I know that, and no one together can be first. No one can get the same percentage marks. Anyways, sometimes there are mistakes. Sometimes happens. Winner is one, but we can have multiple winners from one school also. So that's not an exception. So you all guys are great, and you are all star-studded children. And yes, you are children still. In front of me, you are all children. So this is it, and we were at the geography part, where we were that. So I'll come back there, and I'll not waste time. So we were at this land utilization. I'll just repeat that. Forest land resources are used for the following purposes. I'm going through your book, and after that I'll go through my notes. And we have land not available for cultivation is as per it's written in the book. Barren and wasteland land put to non-agricultural uses, example building roads and factories, those are called. So not for available for cultivation. Other uncultivated land excluding fallow land. Fallow land is permanent pastures and grazing land. Land under miscellaneous tree crops, groves not included in net zone area. That is some trees which are not come in the net zone area. I'll come to that part. Culturable wasteland left uncultivated for more than 5 agricultural years. Fallow lands are the ones which you have got it ready, or it's not been done with cultivation less than 1 year. Left without cultivation for 1 or less than 1 agricultural year, or you have kept it ready and you have not done anything. Other than current fallow, left uncultivated for the past 1 to 5 agricultural years, they are called fallow lands also. Net zone area. Net zone area sown more than once in agricultural year plus net zone area is known as the gross cropped area. Now, what is the net zone area? And the net zone area total is a total area sown with crops and orchards. It represents an area in which total crops are grown only once a year. Once you have planted a tree, suppose you have put a mango grove. Now today I will plant a mango grove, tomorrow I won't get my sown area for it. But the area I can measure and say so many plants I put it, after so many years I am going to get this, and that fruit will come only once a year. That is net sown area. It's already sown. Now it's fruits which will come. My business which will come, it will come every year on that net sown area. And the gross cropped area is the total area where sown with crops and as well as orchards once or more in a year. It includes the net sown area. Now gross cropped area is represented total area sown for once or more than once in a particular year. As many times you are sowing and taking out a crop out of it is called the net crop area, or the gross cropped area is known as the total cropped area or the total area sown the seeds. Okay. And that is all about it, this part. And then we have the land use pattern in India. How do we actually use it? The use of land is determined both by physical factors such as topography, climates, soil types, as well as human factors such as population, density, technological capability, and culture and traditions, etc. Total geographical area of India is 3.28 million square kilometers land use data. However, is possible only 93% of the total geographical area, because the land use reporting for most of the northeast states except Assam has not been done fully. Moreover, some areas of Jammu and Kashmir occupied by Pakistan and China have also not been surveyed. Okay, so it's like that. So we have so much of land. We have cultivable wasteland. We have in percentage fallow wasteland, current net sown area. We have forest areas also more. Barren is much more, and agricultural uses, we have quite a lot of land. Okay, so that is going on. And under miscellaneous crop groves and usage for farming and all, we have both ways, 45% and 46%. The land under permanent pasture has also decreased. However, we are able to feed our huge cattle population on this pasture land, and what are the consequences of it? Most of other than the current fallow lands are either poor of quality, or the cost of cultivation is such very high, hence these lands are cultivated once or twice in about 2 to 3 years, and if they are included in the net sown area, then the percentage of NSA in the India comes to about 54% of the reporting area. So this everything depends upon how things are going to go. Forest area then we have in the country is far lower than desired 33% of the geographical area, as it was outlined in the National Forest Policy 1952. It was essential. Forest is essential to manage the ecological balance. The livelihood of millions who live on the fringes of this forest depend upon it. A part of the land is termed as wasteland, and land put to the other non-agricultural uses. Wasteland includes rocky, arid, desert areas, and land put to other non-agricultural uses include settlements, roads, railways, industry. Continuous use of land over a long period of time without taking appropriate measures to conserve and manage it has resulted in land degradation. This in turn has serious repercussions on society and the environment. We are not using it. We think we have huge amount of land, we'll keep on. But can you go and stay in a barren land? You cannot go and stay in a barren land. Now, land degradation and conservation measures. What is to be taken? I'll just give you a small example. I have my notes also here. Resources which are available on land are called land resources. Land resources include natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activities, transport and communication. Moreover, most of our basic needs like food, clothing, shelter comes from the land. Therefore, careful use of land is necessary directly. But we are not doing that. What are the resources in India? Land resources include 43% of plains, 30% of mountains, 27% of plateaus. Most of the plain consists of agricultural land and industries. Mountains provide spot for tourism and perennial flow of rivers. Plateaus are rich for source of minerals, fuels and forests. Now, utilization of land resources in India. Land resources, I'm just giving you this, it's going to have some meaning with it in the book also. Land resources in India is classified into forests, lands not available for cultivation, fallow land, agricultural lands. Forest land in India is around 22.8% of land is covered with forests. Land not available for cultivation, that is barren and wasteland, for example, rocky, arid, deserts, etc., covers 8.61% of land. Moreover, land for non-agriculture uses like building roads, factories and settlements take up to 5.57%, 5.57%. Also, the other uncultivated lands mainly consist of permanent pastures and grazing land, which takes up to 3.38%. Land under miscellaneous tree crops groves, which is 1.11%, and cultivable wasteland, which is 4.17%. Now you will get the calculation. Fallow land, Total fallow land in land resources contains 8.13%, out of which 4.76 covers the current fallow. Current fallow is land not cultivated from less than one agricultural year. Lands left uncultivated for 1 to 5 years contains 3.37%. If fallow lands are cultivated once or twice in 2 to 3 years, and if these are included in the NSA, the percentage of NSA in India will be around 54% for that particular area. But it's not happening. For some other reason, something is going wrong somewhere, right? So I'll come back in the next video and I'll do this one.